Well, here we are with the EDL 955 Facilities Classroom Comparison. Tonight I'm going to be comparing two classrooms. These classrooms are special education classrooms. The first special education classroom is 504 square feet. It's square shaped. It was built in 1929. It has one teacher and 4 paras. The most number of kids in this classroom usually has at a time is about 5. The second classroom we're going to be looking at is another special education classroom. It's 507 square feet. It's rectangular shaped. It was built in 1990. It serves primarily middle school students, and it has one teacher and 3 paras. The first classroom I didn't mention is 3rd through 6th grade special education students. So special education, room 1. A lot of the positives of this classroom are the natural light. It has a lot of built-in storage. It has a very homey feeling. And there's a space for life skills programming. Some of the negative aspects is it's small. There's no window AC unit, little typo there, and some steam. It has steam heat as well. So this classroom was built in 1929, and here you get to see the storage that I was talking about here along the back side of the classroom. And then in the front corner, you also have this built-in storage. This TV up here is no longer functioning, but it's so large that no one has wanted to take it off the wall. Student work areas. This area right here is where a lot of teacher direct instruction and guided instruction takes place. You'll notice the flexible seating here and in the back corner. This feature allows the students to use whatever they want and whatever they feel comfortable sitting in. There's a quiet study carrel, and the student choice of seating location is a big point of emphasis in this classroom. So here's that study carrel that we were talking about before. This desk here, this table here is dedicated for student work. And here's another look at that table right here in the front corner. So if you're looking at the teacher space, this is the teacher's cubicle that she wanted for her own. And then we've got paras that sit here and here. And then this is the hard of hearing, deaf and hard of hearing sign language teacher. She sits there. And then we have another para who utilizes this desk as well. Technology in the classroom, we've got smartboard with a projector. This 3rd through 6th grade, this teacher has implemented some life skills, and they've set this corner kind of aside for life skills. They've got some of the components that they use here. They've taught the kids how to make hot chocolate. Here, how they can use, instead of boiling water, they use just hot water. They'll run through the coffee maker. They have materials down under this shelf, which they use for doing laundry and stuff like that. They'll take laundry down to our washer and dryer and have taught kids how to do laundry. They use this little refrigerator quite often. So then you can see they've also got a nice sink here. Taught kids how to do dishes, which all of those are stored in these cabinets alongside. So area of need, this window AC unit, there is no heat or no central heat or air. So we've got a window unit, and we have the original, even though it's nice to have the windows, it's the original windows from 1929, which are in very, very good shape for the number of years that they've been here, but they do let a little draft in. You can see this window AC unit has just been covered for the winter. It's been winterized so not to let the draft in. And we've got this steam heat that we've kind of fired up. It is a gas-fired boiler. It's inefficient and it's temperamental. If in the morning, in this fall, it's usually fired in the morning, but then it's shut off by probably 10 o'clock because the latent heat will continue to seep out into the classroom, and the kids and the teachers will roast by the early afternoon once the sun starts heating up the walls. So, in comparison, we look at the second special education room. You've got the positives of this room. You have central heat and air, but it's kind of flip-flopped here. We've got no natural light. Just should say no natural light. It's small. There is no storage. There is no space for life skills programming, and it's kind of an institutional. It's institutional feeling. Kind of feels like kind of an institution, in my opinion. This edition was built in 1990. Here is the only dedicated storage outside of the filing cabinets. So, student work areas work tables are working at tables is mandatory. There's no choice in the seating, in the type of seating the students have, and the students are assigned seating. There is a little bit of, sometimes kids will rotate through different places in the room if they're working here at a laptop. There's also another computer that the kids can use in here as well. There is some direct instruction and guided instruction that takes place here at the back of the room. The technology we'll talk about later, the smart board. This is the teacher desk here, and you can see a pair of desks on the other side of it. Here's another pair of desks in the back corner of the room, and then this is the other pair of desks with the there's that desktop computer that I was talking about earlier. So not much room in here. Here's the technology, the smart board. The projector is mounted on the ceiling. So each room does have its own technology. But in this room, this teacher has opted not to teach life skills. So this microwave and the refrigerator are only for use from the staff. It is not for use for the students, and the students really don't even use this to wash their hands in, so it's kind of a sterile learning environment, especially for kids who probably need to be working with life skills. So here's a kind of a shot from the opposite end of the room looking out of the door. Just a very, very different in feel of this classroom versus the previous classroom. So this classroom was actually on the other side of this wall right here. We carved this classroom out several years ago for use from a larger science classroom because we needed the special education space, whereas the other special education classroom was entirely that was there, and that is all of the space that it has. So kind of gives you an idea of the two very, very contrasting spaces, similar functions, but all in all, that's kind of what we've got. Thank you very much for your time.